back in this thing. So before any man starts dating, you want to make sure you're ready, right? And in order to make sure you're ready, you have to start off from a position of power because you don't want to head into a situation or relationship with somebody and you don't have everything accomplished before you be everything accomplished that you wanted to have before you get into one, right? Because if you take the time to work on your mental, for one, meaning you know how to talk to yourself, right? You're not overthinking, you're not procrastinating. All of these things are going to translate to a relationship, right? These are things you need to have before a relationship. You need to have confidence. You need to have ambition, right? You need to have a positive mindset. Because if you go into a relationship with no ambition, with no confidence, with a negative mindset, you're going to hinder the whole thing, right? You're going to fail before you even get started. So you always have to make sure your mental health is right, especially as a man, because we go through a lot of shit that we like to hold in. So make sure your mental is right before you even start dealing with another person, before you start dealing with a woman. Because you're going to need to have your mental right dealing with women. I promise you. The other thing is you need to make sure you're in great physical health, man. Our physical health, we overlook it, but it should be our number one priority, to be honest, right? This is why I preach. Let's go to the gym. Let's go for walks in the morning. Get 100 push-ups in. Stretch, whatever. But you have to get moving because if you don't move it, you lose it, right? How are you going to be with a woman and how you going to take care of a woman if your health ain't right? Then she got to take care of you. And then she might not stay. She going to leave your ass if she got to take care of you if you in a hospital, right? So get your physical health right, man. It takes all you need to do, exercise, what, 3-4 times a week for at least 45 minutes, at least 45 minutes. It's simple. You just got to make a conscious effort to get up and get moving. Next, you want to make sure your emotional health is right. You can't be holding on to baggage because it's going to stop the new relationship, right? It's going to mess up the new person because you trauma dumping. If you still feel some type of way about your ex or some past events, hey, talk to one of your homeboys, even go to therapy. But you got to get that shit cleared up, right? You don't want to bring old baggage into a new relationship. So make sure you're emotionally open to receive love because a lot of times we can give love, but it's hard for us to receive it. And that be me sometimes. I'm not even going to lie. Like I'll be able to show a woman love, but you know, when a woman comes and try to show me love, it'll be times where I'll be like, ugh, right? Because I didn't grow up with that type of love. You feel me? Up from a woman, you know. So you got to make sure you're able to be able to receive love, man. And then, so yeah, get your emotional health right. Make sure that's right. Also, get your spiritual health right, right? Pray, meditate. I prefer praying. I prefer talking to God because here's where you work smarter, not harder. If you go to God and you can even ask God, Lord, send me a wife, send me a good woman, right? And he'll do it. But first, you have to become that. First, you got to work on you. See, that's why all these things I'm telling you to do before dating, it's going to be beneficial because you attract what you are. So if you are somebody great, if you're somebody who takes priority in making sure you straight, making sure you your best version, you're going to attract a woman who does the same thing. See, a lot of dudes get mad because you'll want a woman, but you're not even at that level yet to want that type of woman that you want. So you have to make sure you're at the right level first before you can attract that woman that you want. So all of these things are necessary. Your financial health. This is why I talk about, you know, work having some type of skill, mastering the skill. You know, whatever your ambition is, you have to master it. Focus on the skill first. Don't worry about the money. The money gonna come, but be great at something first, right? And the money will follow. You know, and then this will set you up so when you are dating, you know, you'll have that money. You know, you'll be able to take care of a woman as well. You see that a lot of dudes um be so lost because they be dependent on a woman for woman. I mean, dependent on a woman for money, right? Because they ain't got no job. They just on the couch. They not doing nothing. Not a woman disrespecting you because she knows she makes more money than you, or she knows you're not doing nothing with yourself. So that's where the disrespect comes in. So if you make sure that you're a man that's on his purpose, even if you don't have to have the most money either, but if a woman see that you heading in the right direction, she'll be right there and she'll respect you. But you have to be doing something, right? So before you start dating, make sure you have a purpose about you. What gets you up in the morning? What will make her want to follow you as a man? What will make her want to be a part of your life, right? Because if you sitting around just playing Madden all day, nah, she ain't gonna want that. You know, while she out there working, making shit happen. So make sure you own your shit. Because if you own your shit, it makes it that much easier to deal with a relationship. If you not, then if you trying to please her and you trying to build yourself and improve yourself at the same time and you going back and forth, you're going to get spread too thin, right? The more you try to do both, the more one is going to suffer. And most likely it's going to be your purpose, your bag. Because women are high maintenance, right? In order to keep a woman around, you got to put in some work, you know. It's easy to get them, even harder to keep them. So, but if you have your main thing and keep your main thing the main thing, which is your purpose, then let's say the girl don't like you no more and she want to get up and leave. You still can fall back on what you already built, on your empire you've already built. If you ain't got shit, then you gonna want to chase her. You gonna want to try to keep her in. You gonna be over emotional because you don't have that base. You don't have that thing to fall back on, which is supposed to be your grind, your mission. That's why that's key. Because a woman can up and leave, but your mission is your mission. You control that. So you got to focus on the things you control, which is yourself. So build yourself up first and then worry about dating. That's the easiest and the best way to go. It will save you less trouble and less energy. We trying to work smarter, not harder. All right. So that's it for this video, man. If y'all made it, I want y'all to comment build, because you gotta build, right? You gotta build you before you can build a family, before you can build a relationship. You gotta build you. So type build you down below, man. And then like, comment, subscribe. You know, till the next video, you already know what it is. It's lit.